That's beautiful when you talked about I never thought of it that way, but everything can be redeemed. And as you said that, I was thinking of that verse that all things work for good for those who love the Lord, even things that
Yes.
are bad. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it still is part of his plan to make us, kind of mold us into who he wants us to be, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
And and
I love
yeah, I wanted to ask you, and if it's too personal, I apologize. But since you become a Christian, has there been heightened tension with your mom's side being that they're Islamic, or how has that, kind of grown or
Yeah, in the earlier days, especially when I was still wrestling with like boundaries and self-control and not being codependent and all of that, um, if I started wearing like a cross more often and being loud about my faith on like social media and in my circles and just talking about God more. I still am, but like, in the beginning I was just like, whoa, where have I been my whole life? Like, in a little hole somewhere, like that, like I was so on fire for like my relationship with Jesus and it was so like fresh and new. Um, and I was just excited. And that side of the family would be like, if you don't wear a cross around us, like keep it like, if you're gonna wear one, either take it off before you step into our home or like hide it underneath your clothes or whatever to respect your family. And I'm just like, I don't that like never made any sense to me. And I still like had a lot of deep respect for them and I would never like go into their home and try and like, change them and make them believe what I believe or anything like that, but it was just like a lot of I think that I think they saw it as like I was either abandoning or rejecting them in some way and I wasn't. But I think just after a while I just continued to wear my cross and talk about my faith and I just stayed the course and I feel like a lot of that is due to, God strengthening me in my true identity in him, but also um, my work on my mental health as well with my different therapists, all of the different wellness resources that I have been surrounding myself with and dove into. Good community as well. That had always been really good for me. But I stayed grounded in that time and stayed the course. And I think eventually they just kind of were like, all right, we can't change her, you know? And so that's where I feel like there was nothing that I did that made them accept me more. I think it was more so I just got stronger in accepting myself